Welcome to the Drooniverse!
And welcome one and welcome all to what remains, at least for the time being, the officially unofficial Elite Dangerous Twitch stream. Welcome one and welcome all. You are very welcome here. It's Wednesday evening and we are here. Maybe we'll actually play the game this week. We'll see how it goes. Because stuff happens, right? And I tend to waffle on for some time at particular occasions. But we'll see how it goes. But anyway, it's good to see you all. Have you had a good week thus far? I hope you have. I have, and that's what matters to me. So there we go. But before we get into the exciting stuff, or the less than mundane, trivial, and probably slightly dull, and probably not at all exciting at all in actual fact stuff, it's time to do the thing, because the thing is the thing, and the thing must be done, because otherwise, I don't know. Just put hex on the whole damn thing. Right, who do we have first? The chat is going to mute GB, of course it is. Now, what's with the timing? He's getting earlier and earlier. I'm concerned. He opted for 1859 very specifically because he knew it would wind me up, and now he's going for 1855. So I feel something is slipping in the fabric of the space-time continuum. I'm not entirely comfortable with it. There needs to be an explanation. So we'll find out what that's going to be. P_SB is next. Good to see you, P_SB. And in third place is Ugly Spirit. Good to see you. Top shots there as well. In fourth place, not bad. Good to see you. Fine denizens of the stream doing what you normally do. So good to see you. Right, so who else do we have in here? This goes on for quite some time. This is the only problem with all this chattering before the stream starts is I have to scroll down a long way before I can find the next person. I can't even say this. Them damn bagpipes. It's a bit difficult to pronounce that, actually. It's probably easy to type. Anyway, but they're hello. those dang bagpipes. Etc. I haven't had any whiskey this evening. Maybe I need some. Yes, good to see you as well. Who else do we have? We have Latty ___ as well. Good to see you. Thank you very much for D Pitman42 is here in the chat as well. Good to see you. Thank you very much for popping in. MP Tolby is here as well. Good to see you. Thank you very much for popping in as well. Who else do we have? Scrolling. There's a lot of chatter. There is a lot of chatter. Big 39 GT is here. Good to see you. Thank you very much. Drayden Darkstar, possibly the coolest username in the entirety of Twitch, is here as well. Drayden Darkstar. I just love that. That's awesome. Right. So yes, he, they, or she, whatever. Yeah. We don't do pronouns. I because of presumably male chauvinism over so many years of my life, I default to he. So if I accidentally call you a he, and you're not a he, it's not meant in any particular provocative way. It's just a default because I'm old and stuck in my ways. There is no animosity, no hurt implied. Just to make that clear, okay? So because you're all just usernames, I've got no idea who you are. I mean, you see me every week. You get the full information. I am a semi-public figure. You guys are cloaked by anonymity and strange usernames. I have no idea who you are. For the vast majority, I know a very, very small handful of you in person. But I don't know. So so hence that extremely long explanation for something that's probably fairly straightforwardly obvious to most of you, but no offence meant. Right, where have I got to? Have a Boo Boo is here as well. 4 thumbs up, 1 for every syllable of his username, or her username, or their username, etc. Disclaimer applies. Protomaniacs is here, which is an excellent name. Does sound like some sort of extreme weapon. I like that. Deploy the Protomaniacs! It's like, what's that thing in Galaxy Quest? There's the bomb thing that goes back in time for 13 seconds at the end. There's something 5 or 17 or something. It's exactly the sort of thing that needs to be in a script like deploy the Protomaniacs 25. That'll solve the problem. It's an excellent username. I like it. Hopefully everyone is unoffended by my light-hearted teasing of their usernames. The Harkonnens are here as well. Good to see them. They are always, as they are planning the invasion of Arrakis. There's a lot of planning has gone into this invasion. There's no execution, as far as we can tell, has gone into this invasion. But there's been plenty of planning, which is good to see. Haunted Loaf is here as well. That possessed yeast extract kind of thing going on there. We don't really know why he's a haunted bread product, but one of these days we're going to find out. Commander Silas Scratcher Resi is here as well. That's a long username. Good for that one. Commander Bird is here as well, complaining not the bagpipes. Well, bagpipes are just an occupational hazard around here. That's where we live. Luna's here. Hello, Luna. Just peeking around the corner. Come on, come into the room. You're very, very welcome. It's good to see you. Who else do we have? Frank Miner 2949 is here as well. The worst bagpipes are the bagpipes that play in your head. Yeah, the ones that won't shut up. They're quite bad because once you've heard them, they sort of take up rent, don't they? So that's bad. Alexander Corbin is here as well. Very, very excited with a very, very large woo. That's definitely one of the biggest woos we've had on stream for quite some time. That's good. And EP783 is here. That's very important to point out that rhymes, because that's just one of those things. The Arakises are here. These are the guys that have been fighting off the invasions of the Harkonnens for some years now. Been very successful at doing it. Now, whether the Arakises have actually got a plan, or whether it's just down to complete incompetence on the part of the Harkonnens, has never yet been made clear, but one of these days we are going to find out. Right, what else do we have? Alice is here, Alice _DM. Now, we haven't also established here what D and M stands for, but I'm working on it. I'm coming up with a list of possibilities, and we are going to investigate that one as well, so that's quite good. And Alice has sort of taken over from Solstice Project in the do department, which is good, because you need backup. You need a business continuity plan for when Solstice Project is unavailable. So what we've done here is we've removed a single point of failure in one of the key parts of the stream, which is the do-do-dos. So, and other people are also picking up the slack. This is encouraging to see. We have Commander Silas Scratcher Rizzi is picking this up as well. And in fact, Drayden Darkstar himself is volunteering some additional do-dos. So yeah, so where is Solstice Pro? We need to find out what's happened to him. He's conspicuous by his absence at this first particular part of the stream. So, but to be fair, Alice and Drayden Darkstar are admirably picking up the slack, which is good to see. So well done, guys. That's impressive. Commander Groman is here as well, which is good to see. Thank you very much for popping in. We have also Enigma-ish. Now, Enigma is Enigma-ish is obviously on the scale of not very Enigma to full Enigma, which is over here, and we're sort of Enigma-ish is probably mostly about here, I would guess, on the combined scale. I don't know why. It's just one of those things. Did we say Commander Groman? Well, I don't know if we did, but if we didn't, I'm going to say it again. Welcome, Commander Groman. Good to see you as well. So that's good. We have Sleepy D Wagon Man, who is awake, one assumes. Good to see you. We have Electro Ace, or Electro Force E, which I assume is Electro Ace. It's just like one of those cunning ways of saying A without actually using the character A, because clearly using the character A is uncool, whereas using a 4 to represent an A, absolutely spot on. So good to see that. Who else do we have? We have Felix Celestro, which is a nice name. Felix. Actually, I'm pronouncing it wrong. It isn't Felix Celestro, which is how I pronounce it. It's Felix. Felixestra, something like that. I don't know how you pronounce that, but anyway, it's cool. We like that. Simon Arby's here as well. Good to see you. Thank you very much for popping in. And here he is after Command Burn. Solstice Project is damn. He's Mr. Now, Solstice Project, alas, you are in danger of being replaced, my friend. You need to get here on schedule, otherwise your USP is being usurped. Okay, so up the game, my friend. Up the game. You're slipping. You see, and there are people poised they are, to take your crown away. So if you want it back, you're gonna have to put some effort in, my friend. We need a rerun of the intro sequence just for Solstice Project. That's not how these things work. Okay, don't penalise the punctual. You see, don't penalise the punctual. If you're late, yeah, miss out. What do we used to say in the 80s? There was a phrase about being late and missing out, but I can't remember what it was. Some people know. But I can't. Off the tip of my head, I can't remember it. Anyway, right. So who else do we have? We have Something Ain't Going Well is here as well. Hello, Enthusiastic Wave. Good to see you. It's good to see you, Solstice Project. But yeah. Come on. Get your acting of the man. Eric Loss is here as well. Good to see you, Eric. Fantastic. Thank you very much for picking up. Ugly Spirit says, Drew Wager, they'll never make you a partner if you keep tearing into FDev grammar. There's so much to get into. Presumably, at some point in the sort of selection process of let's take a look at this Twitch streamer who has actually applied to become an FDev partner. Presumably, at some point, FDev, some poor FDev employee is going to have to sit through this and go, "Is this the kind of guy we want representing our game?" Anyway, Mr. FDev, if you are watching this particular evening, hello and welcome. Hope you find everything to your satisfaction. And if you don't, well, never mind, eh? We'll have fun regardless. Right, so how am I doing? Have I got to the bottom? Twitch trend is still going on. Have I missed anybody? I have. Hang on. Mima Metal is here as well. Good to see you. Fantastic. Thank you very much indeed. Popping in. Right. Wintermute says you only recognise me because of the hat. Because the hat is obvious. I mean, yeah, the hat is entirely unique in the entire history of the universe. There's a guy with a hat. Must be Drew Wager. The Omega 13. That's it. Batfink. I haven't seen that. You see, this is the thing with this stream. There's lots and lots of references to 80s stuff, which anybody who's a little bit too young is going to go, what? Completely confused. Big 39 GT. I can't remember if I've already said Big 39 GT, but if I haven't, Big 39 GT is here as well. Good to see you. Cyber Army, I think I've already mentioned, but good to see you. Alexander Corbin is here too. This is still going on. Have I not got to the bottom yet? Araki says, I'm a woman. We always have a plan. That is absolutely true. Can confirm. Woman, definitely a plan. Not always one in my favour, it has to be said, but here we go. Right. Who else do we have? Right, we have Keetet. Keetet is here with an underscore. Hello, good to see you. Fantastic. Thank you very much for popping in. Solstice Project is now... Nobody will replace me. I feel there's an evil laugh going on here. So, nobody will take back my doo-doo ground. Well, you see, you're under threat now. It's big words, my friend. It's big words. But have you got the trousers to back it up? That's what we need to know. You snooze, you lose. That was what I was trying to think of. Well done, Andy P. Andy P783 has remembered. You snooze, you lose. That's it. That's what we. Is that 60s? I thought that was 80s. Maybe it's earlier than that. Something about, screen doors on battleships and submarines and things like that. That was 60s. Be there and be square. Be there and be or be square. Is it be there and be square or be there or be square? I can't remember it. Who else? We have Crispy77. Hello, good to see you. I'm nowhere near the bottom. No, there are depths of depravity that have yet to be mined on this stream, I'm sure. Nobody's young here, says Ugly Spirit. No, this is a sort of 1970s, 1980s refuge, the last bastions of Gen X left on the internet. Can we get onto the important part of the stream? Happy birthday, Ember. Yes, she's downstairs. She's actually asleep. She's had such an exciting day today. She's sort of semi-comatose on the couch downstairs. Man vs. Pixels is here as well. Good to see you. Fantastic. And I think, finally, I've got to the bottom of the stream, which is excellent. So anyway, welcome one, welcome all. Thank you very much. And I'm sure I haven't named 55 people. And according to my thingamajig, there are 55 people watching. So there's some of you out there who have remained anonymous and will probably remain anonymous forever, because it's way too dangerous to be associated with me, right? I completely understand. But it's time, anyway. It's time now to actually start waffling officially, despite evidence to the contrary that I may have already started. But anyway, there we go. Right, let me press the button, brace myself, because there's a cheesy sort of chapter change about to happen. So yes, so first waffle Actually, this evening is young Ember's birthday. My lovely little Ember dog, who has appeared on stream occasionally, sometimes to cause chaos and mayhem, and sometimes just because she needs a cuddle. Is because it's her first birthday. She was born exactly this point last year. Now we didn't immediately get to meet Ember Dog on her birthday, but she is exactly a year today, and 10 weeks from now will be the year anniversary of us bringing Ember home as a tiny little pup. So that's good. So so young Ember Dog is in good shape, and currently sleeping off a rather large meal. Has she coughed up the pin yet? No, well, you see, the pin is an entire mystery. I don't think Ember ate it. I'm pretty sure she didn't, because things like that might. Whether I could bring myself to ever use such a hat pin again, knowing it had gone through the digestive system of a dog, I'm not sure. But it never appeared in any. In any excavation, shall we do it? We share a birthday, says Commander Man. I hope I get sausages. Sausages are high currency in the world of Ember. Are we addressing the hack? Now, this is news to me. I haven't been paying attention because I was a bit busy over the weekend. So yeah, you're gonna have to tell me who got hacked. It wasn't me, was it? So is it something? Presumably it's something to do with Elite. Or is it an alleged hack, or what's going on? So type it in the chat and I shall go and investigate. We shall discuss it. Does that mean I've been resident in Scotland for over a year? Yeah, I mean, technically we moved to Scotland in November. Actually thinking about it, I moved into rented accommodation in the summer of 2024. So I'm coming up for 2 years in Scotland. Isn't that amazing? That's insane, really. So and I've been in my current house, the one we actually bought, since November year before last. So that's coming up for 18 months. Yeah, mad. So time flies like an arrow and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so Tempest Fugia, exactly right. So Keita says no one got hacked, but somebody impersonated a Hydra. Our servers had a 24-hour trouble pinging servers. And Wintermute says, Wintermute is normally a fairly reliable source of information. The servers were down for more than 11 hours on Saturday. Okay. So your background should have had a Hydra in it. Okay. All your ships are renamed to Old Git. Okay, so I was hacked, was it? Okay, so what? So was it just because they use AWS, don't they? I think for the background on the Elite Dangerous servers, an admin hack or something. So anyway, okay. Well, there's all sorts of speculation going on as to what actually went on. I presume it's all back up and running now, but it wasn't. There's rumours. Maybe it was hacked, but maybe it wasn't, and it just fell over in a heap, and they had to kind of reassemble stuff. Ooh, very exciting indeed. So that was good. I did have a slight Elite Dangerous encounter, actually, because I was away for most of the weekend because I was travelling. I had to go down to Wales for business, and I was helping to host a workshop on Monday, which is why I couldn't stream on Monday evening. And we had one of those ghastly icebreakery things at the beginning of the workshop, which was, what's your name and what do you do and name and interesting fact about you. Now, I mean. I always view these things with great suspicion because I don't have any interesting facts. So I thought, what can I do? I could kind of go, I write science fiction. I suppose that's vaguely interesting. But what I actually said was, I said, I role played a woman who got murdered in a video game. Which was subtly different to most of the other things that people do volunteer, it was, so I did I did that to which there were a few raised eyebrows, as you can imagine, and I got collared afterwards by one youngish lady who basically asked me what that was about. So I had explained that I'd been involved in Elite Dangerous and stuff, and she was like, what the actual video game Elite Dangerous? And I said, yeah, the actual video game Elite Dangerous. He said, and then I had one of those moments where I thought, I'm not sure if this is happening, and probably nobody's going to believe me when I repeat this. But she did actually say, and this is verbatim, and this actually happened. Well, you're not the Drew Wager, are you? And I went, yes, I am. Which was about that's the only time that's ever happened to me in a public space. It was. I did preen slightly, I have to say. So yes, I should have. I should have told them about my unwarranted sense of self-importance. There are bits of chat up like there are actually, yeah. It's quite cringy actually when you think about it. But she was, and bless her, her partner actually, she hasn't played the game, but she knows about it, and her partner has played Elite Dangerous. Her husband, shall I say? And sure, your Drew Wagers are well, they are, yes, but there aren't many other Drew Wagers, and there's a funny story about that which I can tell you, which I have told you before. Winterbutte will wince because he knows about it. But anyway, there and so we did have a nice chat. I did explain, yes, I did do some stuff for the game many years ago. Which was quite nice. My colleague thought it was hysterical that this sort of she must be in her probably in her 30s, so it's quite young relative to me. That she said, "Oh, Drew's got a fangirl," which was quite funny. I could have told them about insurance. That would have yeah. I used to work in insurance. There's an interesting fact about me. So anyway, never mind. I know. Top Shot says young woman and knowing about ED and also about me. How likely is that? Very unlikely. Drew Wager is not a common name. In fact, I'm not aware of any other Drew Wagers in the world. Specifically, there was one before. It's a small funny story about this. It's 15 years ago. There were two Drew Wagers in existence, right? And I was one of them, clearly. And there was another one in America. I went on a trip to America around about this time, 2017, to go and see the eclipse. And unfortunately for my erstwhile carbon copy, who I never met, never knew, and I don't know anything about, Drew Wager, the other one, was murdered while I was out in America. And a couple of my colleagues, when I came back, went, "Oh, thank God, you're not actually dead then." I stress I didn't have anything to do with it. It wasn't a Sean Connery style. There can be only one, Conor McLeod and Tom McLeod. But yeah, so the other Drew Wager did suffer an untimely death, murdered for reasons I never actually fully understood. But yeah, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So as far as I know, I'm now unique, mostly unique on the planet. I haven't come across another Drew Wager. Yes, we only have your word for this. Yes, behind this smiley exterior lurks the heart of a massive serial killer. Although my serial killing days are now over because I am the last one standing. There can be only one. It's me. I have destroyed all competition. I am the supreme Drew Wager on the entire planet. But anyway, so yeah, so that was quite funny. That is literally the only time that's ever happened to me, and that happened on Monday. So it was quite nice actually, because I mean I've been to elite conventions or even science fiction conventions and been recognised. Oh yeah, you. Elite conventions is kind of usually slightly kind of, oh, it's him, rather than, oh, it's him. But you take what you can for these things. But no, to be actually recognised in public was a bit weird, to be fair. So there we go. And yes, so the thing on Saturday, I don't know if it's being live streamed or recorded. I will ask. I'm giving a talk to the PicoCon Science Fiction Convention, which actually does have quite a few quite serious names who've been previous kind of alumni, I suppose is possibly the right word. Speaks there, including people like Terry Pratchett and Ian M. Banks. So it's like I'll stick myself on that list. That's quite good. And they invited me to come speak. So they rather stupidly, obviously, but and everybody else is dead. Yeah, that's right. So this is how it works. So at the problem, maybe this is it works like the Sith, right? Is like you basically have to assassinate all the previous people on the list. So in about 10 years' time, whoever is speaking at PicoCon, that's PicoCon 2036, is going to be my nemesis. And they're going to hunt me down and destroy me, and take my life force and my hat and stuff. So yeah, so so unfortunately, quite a lot of the previous speakers are in fact now dead. I can only assume they were alive at the time and were invited to speak. But maybe it's maybe it's the universe saying, "Right, you got to get this done, Drew, because it's not going to be it's going to be time to check out before too long." So it's all about hats. I shall take my hat down, but I don't. I must admit, I don't know if it's being filmed. I don't know if it's being recorded. I'll try and find out. If you are in London and fancy and fancy popping along, you can. I think you have to buy a ticket in advance. And presumably the ticket gives you to the whole convention all day. So I don't know what, but so feel free. If anybody does turn up and does know me, that'll be quite funny as well. Will your hats be signing autographs? I'm sure it could be persuaded. I'll have a word with it. We'll see how it goes. Ah dear, but just take the life force and I think I should be buried with my hat. What do you think? Yeah, and years, 1,000 years from now, Drew's skeleton will be exhumed, and the hat will still be there, and somebody will pick it up, and there'll be like Jumanji drums sort of playing in the background as somebody new takes the hat, places it on their head, and is possessed for another eternity. Something like that. Yeah, well, actually, with me, that's a very, very good idea. I checked how long they survived. I'll go and plot that on an Excel spreadsheet. That should give me some useful data, shouldn't it? Is it actually a death sentence? Everybody who's spoken at PicoCon has died within 12 years. So the elite hat pin is still remains a mystery. I'm going to endeavour to solve it at some point. But I did find all my other hat pins though. So I've got backup hat pins, none of which are elite ones, but I've got the variety of hat pins that they used to have will soon be returning. So that sounds quite good. But anyway, let us proceed onwards. Is there any new Galnet this week? I don't know. Sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't. Let's go find out. So I believe there is. We've got a new Galnet article to read. So it's time, my friends. It's time for us to move on from the waffle and consider all things Galnet-y. The Galnet grammar gripe. I think that's rather good. I might pitch that. Fantastic. Right. Anyway, brace yourselves because it's time for the Galnet Gazetteer, as it's currently named. But we might indeed see about changing that. First, brace yourselves, my friend. Brace yourselves. Here we go. Right, and it's time. It's time for Galnet. Right, what's happening? Let me have a look. Let's have a good read. Okay, so last week was all about the new ship, the one that we sort of picked apart rather a lot, and we quite like the way it looked, but it physics wise it was kind of like let's throw physics in the bin. But never mind. Yeah, new ships are new ships. We like new ships. Yeah, is there anything about the hack in the Galnet? There kind of should be, wouldn't there? Shouldn't there? That would be quite cool. Because the entire universe goes offline for 11 hours. says Ujima Flip of the Galnet Gazetteer. But never mind. Right. This is the new Galnet. It says who is Lexi October? Okay, so this is a profile of one of these characters. Who we've been talking about for quite some time because they are heading up the October consortium, aren't they? Where we had a rather comical Galnet article from a week or so ago, explaining that the consortium basically decided that they had won and told everybody. Be serious, Drew. If one of your clients were hacked, would I broadcast it? No, I wouldn't. But I suppose Galnet is basically at the whim of Frontier. They wouldn't talk about it. I think I might be tempted to write a tongue-in-cheek article about it, though. But hey, never mind. I think the people on Call It FDev would rather not make fun of that. That's probably more like. So anyway, it wasn't a hack. You're telling me. So what did happen? Just before we get to this, what did it just fall over in a shivering heap? Did something break? Was it an admin error or something? Sort of an unfortunate commit to a database, or somebody tinkering in prod with a delete statement or something. So I don't know what actually do we know? Has it not been officially acknowledged other than it was out? I'll find the post. Excellent. Their forum post didn't explain the detail as far as I'm aware. Okay, cool. Right. Well, as Wintermute goes off and digs stuff, we'll explore that in a moment. So, who is Lexi October, Vox Galactica business analyst? These people always have very, very 21st century titles, don't they? I mean, business analyst in the year 3300. I'm not convinced, but anyway. Marlon Royce has published a feature on October. Everything in Galnet is very 21st century, but just like it's happening in space. Has published a feature piece on October Consortium CEO Lexa October. Few figures in the core systems command as much quiet influence as Lexi October in recent months. Well, okay, well that's fair enough. 10 poke FDev, 20 break universe. Okay, hang on. So hang on. Before we get into Galnet, then. So Wintermute saying this is forwarded. As I'm sure you're aware, we are having some pretty large server issues at the moment. Whilst the game is still up, I think it's fair to say you probably won't have a great gaming experience if you log in. There may be further hiccups as the team are working to get things fixed. Sorry, I'm on the call with the team, trying to grab what I can and help where I can as well. I am still here, but I'm also very distracted. So who's that? A bit of an update for everyone. There have been a couple of issues that have happened there. We started seeing some turbulence just after 4 a.m. UK time. The team jumped on as soon as the alarms went off. Then a little bit later in the day, we had another issue rise. Just to be clear, these issues aren't connected. The servers are online and available to play. The team is continuing to work on it, and I'll keep you updated with progress. Please notice that you may experience lag spikes. Oh, Phil. Oh, that was Phil. So is that any sort of personal... Is that a forum post? The magicians have then done some tinkering at the moment. Everything looks stable, so please form an orderly queue and jump back in the game. Okay, so sounds like they had some sort of instability that they didn't foresee. Funny how that happens with things nowadays, but so there we go. Then it came back and sorted itself out. That's good. Yeah, I mean sometimes these are complicated systems, right? So you can't pick up everything. Their QA department does seem rather overworked at times, doesn't it? At Frontier, so. And that was from the Frontier Discord and the official forums. Okay, so interesting. Yeah, maybe it's something to do with AWS. Anyway, known for identifying promising technologies before rivals recognize their value, October has built a portfolio spanning advanced engineering, pharmaceuticals, and personal tech. Exobiological research is the next challenge. Her hands-on approach came to light in 3305 when the consortium rescued struggling tech firm Supratech. The investment stabilized the company after poor sales of its Talk computing system and enabled further developments of products such as the Artemis exploration suit. Cunning. October's reputation for discretion was reinforced in 3307. I wouldn't say she's all that discreet, is Lexi October. doesn't strike me as discreet in the slightest, but there we go. October's reputation for discretion was reinforced, apparently, in 3307 when she hosted an exclusive gathering for the secretive Joker's deck, attended by political and corporate elites including Zachary Rackham and Scorpio Devoro. Haven't even heard of those names before. The event made headlines after Master Thief Winking Cat stole a priceless artifact. Oh, I do remember that. October declined to discuss the incident details, stating security failures are lessons. The important thing is how quickly you adapt. More recently, however, corporate scrutiny has focused on the consortium's long-standing permit control over the HIP 87621 system, where the rare organisation RU, I'm going to call it now, may hold the key to a new range of market-leading pharmaceuticals. They keep banging on this point about this plant is amazingly amazing. and will soon render some new stuff that's going to be very, very exciting, but it actually seems to make any forward progress. October confirmed her position on the recent October Accords, which is basically where the October Consortium basically declared it had won, negotiated everybody else to basically say, we've won, forced everybody else to sign an agreement that basically said, we've won, and then told them to bugger off. And the coalition partnership with several powers, it's only a coalition partnership on paper. It's not in any way, shape, or form a partnership. Okay, it's a dictatorship. So there we go. I'm trying to decide it should be applied nasally, the marketing team. Right, so okay, and the agreement will ensure radical research is accelerated and shared fairly. No, it won't. That's exactly what it won't guarantee. Okay, because it's not going to be shared fairly at all, because the October Consortium is the only one retaining oversight, which is exactly what it says. I'm looking forward to seeing the results of this cooperation. No, you're not. You are going to totally monopolize the results of this cooperation and use it for your own gain. Okay. Never mind. Right. When pressed as to how October managed to negotiate the accords with several powers at once, she simply smiled at me, stating, when you put decades of research on the table, it's a big incentive. That and reminding everyone who manufactures the Artemis suits and who's got a stack load of loaded guns pointed in your direction. Those things tend to seal hearts and minds, don't they? It will be interesting. It'll be interesting to see what the future holds for October. It will. I predict a total monopoly forming. Right, so you guys are still chatting about this thing. So what's going on? Is all Wintermute wants to know is who wrote this. Andy Pipkin's here. Well, hello, Andy Pipkin. Good to see you. So apparently the hacker, and this is inverted quotes, is what you're saying, is he did rename some fleet carriers, put a Thargoid shutdown weapon on his ship. That's what they were chatting about. And so there's various information going on. So something weird happened on Saturday. We don't know exactly what it was. Alien Hunter is here as well. Good to see you. Thank you very much. Without sources, I believe nothing. The trouble is these things get inflated quite quickly in the telling, don't they? So yes, cite your references. Always important. So anyway, so I don't know this story with the Radicoidea unica and Lecthe October and the October Consortium is a weird one to keep running with. It's a very slow burn story, and it doesn't really seem to big. I mean, we had a few CGs out of it, so I don't know what's going on. A bit of a strange thing. Obsidian Ant has a video about this, apparently, this whole hacking or not hacking thing. And didn't the hacker manage to pilot a Hydra? Well, these are all good speculations. So maybe somebody was allegedly piloting a Hydra and parked it in a space station. Commander Burn says there's nothing wrong with the slow burn. It sounds like he's speaking from experience. Anyway, so that brings us up to date with all things Galnet. So. And Kiddet says, okay, Frontier said they are unfolding a story that will take until the end of the year, which is what I understand. So, yeah, I mean that's fine. I don't mind the story unfolding bit by bit to the end of the year. But why is it just a single story thread? There's other than kind of there's new ships and things that get announced and the occasional Distant Worlds article as well. This is the only story in town, which is weird. Andy P reckons it's going to be connected to Guardian, Salvation, and Foot Combat, because I suppose they need to go back and link in Salvation at some point, because that kind of stopped and we don't know what happened to them. Did I notice the redundant however? Oh yes, it's well more recently, however. Where's the extra however? I need to find this now. I didn't notice it on the way through. There is, oh yeah, in there you mean more recently, however. or more recently, corporate scrutiny. I mean, yes, you don't need it. Very good point. Maybe they thought the Blue Princess would easily win and the story would be different. Maybe that's true. But you should write your story with all sorts of possibilities there. But hey, who knows? Who knows? Right. Anyway, so that's Galnet. So anyway, they're still focusing on the October Consortium and things associated with it, but they've kind of spoilt that story because the October Consortium won way too easy. The too long didn't read this article as and. I think that's probably fair enough. Anyway, that's enough Galnet. We do like a bit of Galnet. Let's find out. Let's find out where we are this evening and what wonderful stuff is happening in the universe of Elite Dangerous. Dun, 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 stand down for that. We are going to go and press the playthrough button. Brace, my friends. It's another chapter heading. Here we go. Right, I've got to check my messages in game. Right. Okay, I will do that. Right, let's get in. I assume I'm still docked aboard the Odysseus fleet carrier. Because there's a new CG. Is it what's the CG, Kazak? Okay, so I'm aboard the fleet carrier, which is fair enough. Oh, let's just wait for the textures to load. There they are! Yay! Reality has been restored, which is good. So presumably I need to go to my ship. Let's just see where we are. Am I still power-lined? I can't remember actually if I am or not. These lifts are so tall that why are they so big? When only one person go in them. But anyway. Right, okay, so I am on the Odysseus. That's good. Oh, the CG gives Kestrel paint jobs and an engineered quiz at the top 75%. Ah, okay, cool. A long way to go back for a CG. I'm not doing that at the moment. Right, so I've had a happening to paste it. Let's get that sorted. Protomaniac. Oh. I was about to collect on that Protomaniac, but it seems to have timed out. So feel free to send that again. Where are we today? Let's go for the galaxy map. We are there. We found a new. Okay, so how far? Well, we've moved a fair bit now. Is that where we were last week? So where are we? Where are we compared? Okay, so we're now almost exactly opposite the bubble. We're moving into this arm, aren't we? Into this, because I've never been. I must admit, I've never been to this part of the galaxy at all. So this is quite good. We're not doing the CG from here to know that would be a long stream and not very interesting. Okay, so we appear to be in some sort of nebula again. Yeah, not a very big nebula, but is that? Yeah, it's. I wonder if these little nebulas are procedurally generated or not. They're quite nice, aren't they? That's like a supernova remnant. So presumably this is a white dwarf or something. Let's go up and have a look, because we need to explore, because that's the whole point of Distant Worlds 3, isn't it? We should. I quite like this Distant Worlds 3 trip. It's much more civilized than the previous ones, because basically I just get to hang around on the carrier, pop out whenever I see something pretty outside, and then go back into the carrier and have glue in the bar. It's not like the olden days, is it, when men were men and women were women and small furry creatures from Alpha Centauri were real small furry creatures from Alpha Centauri, and we actually had to get out there and do the exploration itself. This time we just it's more like a ride. It's quite nice. Maybe there's phenomena in this. There could be. Let's go and have a look. Right. Let's go and have a poke around. It's nice and bright. I see some other ships here, which is good. A few people in my instance. Who have I got? I've got Commander Artemis Watt, just leaving the pad. I've got Commander Alice over there. Hello, Commander Alice. I have, that must be Protomaniac since he's in my wing. And we also have somebody else over here. We have Commander Doobido, which is good to see, in an anaconda. Wow, very old school. We like. And oh no, that's Commander Top Shot. Commander Top Shot is in my instance as well on my wing. Excellent. Well, it's good to see you all. Let's oh look at that. That's a neutron star, isn't it? We are very close to it, actually, judging by the size of that tail. These things are such amazing things. I think this is one of the best bits of astronomy in. And it's. Do I have the Imperial hammers? No, I don't. In fact, I don't have anything. Is that MC hammers? Can't touch this. Do. Check my messages. Okay. Right. Beagle Point. Ooh. Okay. There's the mods too. Well, I know this. 5-month exhibition. Blah 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 blah. Purpose of the exhibition was to unravel the mysteries of the galaxy. Well, we know we did that. That was last week. Have I got? Is there a new message? Oh, that's just. I haven't got any. That's an old message. Oh, I'm not pledged anymore, so maybe that's it. Who was I pledged with? I was with that other lady, wasn't I? Can't remember her name now. I didn't get anything. No. So who do I have to be pledged to, or did I just have to be pledged to someone? So have I missed out on some cool stuff? Oh, that's right, Nikita Kane. That's who I was. Oh, I didn't get anything. The blue hair. No, I've never been associated with the blue airhead lady. It was Nakato Kane, something like that. In where's Power Play? There it is. Yeah. This lady, where's she? That one. I was pledged to her because she was all to do with the old worlds and stuff, and that was quite cool. Yeah, and to be honest, Power Play was definitely better. I think Drew is pledged with his mate. Oh no, that's right. That's right. You're quite right. Nikito Kane is. I'm pledged with my other commander, not this one. That's why. So, Alessia Verdi is very much an independent. Drew Egger, you got a withering telling off. Okay. What in the? I'll have to log in and find out what that is. Then that's quite funny. So never mind. Right. What's in this system? Is there cool stuff here? Is there a landable planet? No, there's not. So we don't want to go land on these planets. We can't. Neutron star. So, okay, we're going to have a look around. This means they've got atmospheres, doesn't it? Which is quite impressive, actually. I'm surprised a planet that is 2.1, well, I suppose 2.5 AU away from there. It might have survived, but I'm surprised these planets still have atmospheres that close to a neutron star. But hey, what do I know? Andy Pipkin, Drew Wager. Remember when I once asked Alessia Verdi whether she was married? Did she fire back? Some neighbour system might have landable, yes. So let's go and have a look around. Let's because it's always nice to see these nebulas from the outside anyway. Let's go and have a look and see what it's about, because we should be doing exploration. So what have we got? Have we got anything interesting around here? We have got what looks to be a G-type star. It is. Let's go there because you never know. There's quite a possibility. You still have a screenshot. Chat, excellent. Let's go there. Still too close to the ship. So let's go to the that system. Still messed up. Come on. Seem to be having to get a long way away from. There we go. Finally, aren't we? That carrier has a big gravitational field, doesn't it? I do like the way they still use mass locked though, because that's from the original Elite, which is still pretty cool. Let's go and have a look around. You see if we can find something interesting to land. We had a very, very cool mountain range last week. I did quite enjoy that time driving up and down there. I'm an Imperial, so like it or not, you're associated. That's very much. Right. What have we got in this system? Is there anything here? There are nothing landable. Ooh, that's quite an interesting thing. What's that one? So yeah, unfortunately, none of these are land. Thanks for bringing up the CG board. I didn't realise I got it as I'm pledged to Kane. Commander Drew should also receive it. I'll have to log on and check that then. That should be quite cool. Okay, so there's nothing we can't go down to any of these, which is a bit of a shame. That one looks quite cool, doesn't it, with the ice caps? When are we going to get more landable planets? That's what we really want. Right, so we're going to have to jump around again. It's such a shame. This reminds me a little bit of a conversation that NASA had about the Viking 1 lander and the Viking 2 lander. It's like we're shipping these amazing space probes out to Mars, right, in the 70s. And we're going to look for the first evidence of life on another planet. All incredibly exciting, right? And unfortunately, because these landers are insanely expensive and obviously relatively fragile, and landing on Mars is a big deal. There's this massive conversation, of course, where we have to make the landers land in the safest, most boring place ever. Oh, it's a water world, is it? It's worth a scan. Let's do that. Which one is it? Let's use the FSS while I'm here. Actually, I'm too close to the star. I don't like doing the FSS close to the star. So let's get away from the star. Oh, look at that. That's pretty, isn't it? That's where we were a moment ago. So we have got a water world. There we go. We're already hooked into it. Yeah, so these amazing space probes, the Viking Lander series, but of course they couldn't. Here's the third planet out. They couldn't go to any of the interesting sites because all the interesting places were too rough for the Viking probes to land on. So they had to go to the most boring parts of the planet where hopefully the Viking would be able to land safely and then report back. Which you can kind of understand. I mean, if you spent billions of dollars or whatever, millions and millions of dollars, you don't want your spacecraft to go, oh, we landed on a rock and we fell off a cliff. Or you sank into a lake bed and disappeared in a great big pile of sand. But alas, they had to choose safe landing places where the lander would hopefully land upright and not perched on the edge of a cliff or anything. So unfortunately, some of the most exciting places on Mars were ruled out by the fact that the Vikings actually had to set down. So, and the same thing sort of happened in Elite Dangerous. All the interesting planets, no, you can't land on those because space reasons. Because we haven't yet written the code that allows you to land on any of the interesting planets. So you're going to just have to put up with the boring ones. So right, what am I doing? I'm going for a planet. Let's do that. System map. So the third one, you reckon, does indeed look like a water world. Let's go and check it out from orbit. Because that is, my friends, the only way to be sure, isn't it? Why is the moon permit locked? Now that's a very good question. As far as I'm aware, there's no official law reason to why the moon in Elite Dangerous is off limits. I think it's because that in 3304, all historic lunar landing sites, of course, are great important historical artifacts. Which means that they're all the Apollo base stations and bits of the LEM that were left on the moon, all sorts of things like that, theoretically should still be there as kind of museum exhibits. And my impression is that Frontier couldn't be bothered to create all the lunar landing sites and put little kind of historical things around them, probably the same as they would do for Mars or something like that, because there's a lot of work, okay, just for historical accuracy, right? And as a result of that, you can't land on the moon. Now that's the cynical version. Clearly, as Cyberdarmy has said, the actual real reason is because there's an endangered species on the moon, which is the clangers, and it's entirely off limits in order to keep the natural preservation of the clangers intact. I suppose the other one is, what was that film where the moon landings were faked? Yeah, kind of live on TV. There was a film about it, and maybe that's the reason, because basically if they allow Capricorn 1, that's it. If they if they allow people to land on the moon, everybody realizes it's a setup. Okay, so even in the 33rd century, with massive space travel to the furthest part of the galaxy, no, the moon landings were still faked. Maybe that's the reason. Andy Pipkin wants to know, what is a clanger? Well, a clanger is an indigenous lunar life form, most famous for cultivating soup dragons and communicating using an earth instrument known as a swanee whistle. This is quite a nice Earth-like planet, actually. Look, because it's a water world, but it's got 2 ice caps, which is quite nice. That's pretty cool. So I suppose I should really do a proper thingy-majiggy on it, shouldn't I? And I don't want to do that again. I've forgotten how to do this. I need to do the thingamajig scanner. That's it. Surface scanner. There we go. Right, let's just zap it. Someone around the back. One there. One there. There. And one there. Here we go. Should do the job. Solstice Project would get well all work. Yeah, we should have a clanger. Somewhere I used to have a clanger. Or Capricorn 1 was Mars. No, there was a film. There was a film about stuff. So yeah, I can't remember what that was. So yes, that's a bit strange. First time chat from Graphic. Hey Drew, mostly a lurker here, but I just tried to check your website and it looks like it's broke. Has my website been hacked as well? Darn! I need to go and fix that. Thank you for pointing that out, Graph Dark. I will go and investigate what's happened. So that's quite good. So it wasn't Capricorn 1. It was something else, was it? That's a bit weird. It was definitely filmed something like it was it Capricorn? I can't remember now. It's Google says clanger is a clanger. Yeah, let me show you what a clanger is, because or the clangers. Okay, these are the clangers. There we go. Right, where's the thing? Images, videos, docs. So these fellas, these are the clangers. Okay, that's what a clanger looks like. All right, so I've lost my PHP apparently. Yes, I don't know quite why. My website should be up and running as per normal, but something's clearly gone wrong. So I shall go and investigate that. But that's what a clanger looks like. Okay, these are the indigenous moon creatures, and they like soup. and they like super dragon. And in the soup on the moon, there lives a super dragon. Now, these guys communicate with swanny whistles, so that's how they communicate. And they live on the moon, which is why we've decided that that the moon is off limits in the Elite Dangerous, because it's protecting these guys from exploitation by the Federation. Interestingly enough, these guys were also made famous because I once went to visit Patrick Moore's house before he passed away many years ago now, and on his mantelpiece there was a framed plaque from NASA, basically saying, "Mr. Moore, thank you very much for all your hard work on all things spacey and moony." And next to the plaque was one of those fellas, a clanger. Which was just right, I think. So yeah, so Patrick Moore himself was a big fan of clangers. Right, we still haven't found a planet to land on, so let's try going somewhere else. There's a blue one there. What do we think of that one? What's that? It's a blue-white star. I quite like blue-white stars. Let's go and visit a blue-white star. I remember watching the clangers as a kid. They were quite good. Right, here we are. Is there anything good to look at? Come on, give us a planet. Oh, see look, it's a double star. All very exciting, but there is nothing here. Unless we do, let's just do a honk just in case. Oh, that's the wrong button.
System scan complete.
Nope, there are only two things here. Our quest for something to do continues. This is where phrase. Not about this one. What's that one? That's K. So yellow orange. That's quite good. Kaidet says, "Oi, look at that. Did you go into a black hole?" Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button. Sorry. I forgot to switch you back. We can't see anything. Plenty here, Drew says in Oost 1BF and stuff. Okay, well, if I can't find anything while I'm going here, I'll go there as well. D11 4. See, I was hoping I might actually see that on the screen, but I can't. Okay. I'm going to go there. Yeah, so we were slept down the black hole. BUA AWST. No, I can't even type. BUA 1BF. Right, it's not. It's got a Y in it. 1B. D11 4A. Doesn't work. Oh, that's a T. You put a T. Is it a T? I can't. No, that doesn't work. Could be 1B. Is it IB? I don't understand this box. It should be a Y. IB? No, it doesn't like that either. I'm going to go here for the time being, because that's another G-type star. Let's see if that one's got anything. We're looking for some planets to explore. Go where no one's gone before. That's where the big buck. Yeah. So it's yeah. Who's not really in space? It's all fake. No, come on. Where's your suspension of disbelief? You can copy in chat and paste it. You can. Yes, I should have done that. Let's have a look here, because G-type, sometimes you get lucky with G-type styles, and sometimes you don't. That is how luck works, of course.
Scan complete.
I'm getting unlucky today because that's just it's a G-type star with no planets, which is right. Okay, there we go. We got this one. Right, let me copy and paste it then. Yeah. Ooh. Over up there. Oh, okay. This one's a blue-white star. Excellent. Okay, we'll go up there then. Let's go and have a look.
Frameshift drive charging.
This is most of my experience in Elite Dangerous, to be honest, when I go exploring. Is yay, you found a new star. There's no planets. You found a new star. There's loads of planets. You can't land on any of them. Or, hey, it's a new star. There are some planets. You can land on one of them, and it's really dull. I wouldn't make a very good explorer. I'd be going, yep, seen it, seen it, seen it, seen it. Bored now. Going home. I like the idea of being an explorer and finding new stuff, but I haven't got the patience for it. That's my problem. Right. So what have we got? What have we got here? We have we got loads. We have indeed got loads of planets, and we can land on some of them. This is even better. We can't land on any of these. So all the interesting ones at the top here. No, we're not allowed to land on those. But these ones down here, these rocky worlds, are quite good. Now this one looks promising. Okay, because it's it's quite close to a gas giant. I quite like it when they're close to gas giants. These ones look even better. This one's got interesting colour. So we're going to go there and go have a look. So let's engage. It's miles away, but we've got a super cruise drive, so let's go and investigate. Maximum power. God, even at super cruise speeds, it's a long way. How fast can we get the ship to go? We're going to max out, aren't we? Here we go. Look, almost maxed out. In fact, we have maxed out. 2,900 times the speed of light. It's pretty cool. Have I got enough fuel for this? I hope I have. Burns fuel like anything, doesn't it? Look at the speed of the fuel going down. That is a long way out, this this place. Hope it's worth it. And this is one of the fuel efficient drives. It still wanders off. Stay on target. Stay on target. Coming in hot. 4,200 with the Mandalay. That's quite impressive, really, isn't it? All right, when do I cut out of Super Cruise, do you reckon? Now. Nope, that was too early. Too late. That's one hell of a deceleration, isn't it? 2,900 times the speed of light down to hardly anything at all in a very short order. Well, is this going to be? It's going to be a double loop of shame for me. can't slow down fast enough. A double. That's really bad, isn't it? A double loop of shame on live on stream. That's not good, is it? The coveted double loop. I mean, it takes proper skill to do that. I think you'll agree. I mean, you know, I wouldn't have done that had it not been for you guys. That was played for and got. Ice planet with no atmosphere, non-terraformable. Very exciting. Is there anything interesting on the surface? Do we think? It's got quite an interesting colour scheme. Look at that crater in the top. That's no moon. Actually, no, it is a moon. That's got quite a nice. Oh, actually, look, this one's got quite a nice little rift valley though. Look at that. Let's go down there. Actually, one of the more. Look at that. That crater there. That does look very Death Starry, doesn't it? Let's go into this rift valley here. What does it look like at the ground level? Oh, was there something worth scanning? By the way. Has it got anything? I've gone a bit too close to it now, haven't I? Well, let's just eyeball on the surface.
By 50%.
Oh.
Surface scan complete.
Doesn't look like there is anything down there, actually. Canyon racing. Well, it's not a very deep canyon, is it? But this is going to be a short glide. Yeah, it's quite a cool looking canyon. But quite a wide looking canyon. This looks very metallic. It's not a very deep canyon. Some quite steep cliffs though. And there's the gas giant in front of us. That's quite cool. I quite like that sort of thing. There's a decent looking mountain over there though. Oh, a couple of decent looking mountains actually. Let's go up there. Oh, there's a pointy mountain. Pointy mountains are good. Oh look, there's the nebula at the top of the screen. Are these going to be mountains that disappear as you get close to them? Or are they actually still there? That one's probably sharp, isn't it? I feel a challenge coming on that. That is, yeah. Oh, look, this is quite interesting terrain actually. Now, do you think that's climbable in an SRV? Is it flat enough down there to land? Is the first thing. We've got that is quite a nice mountain actually. Let's see if we can get down the bottom here. That's the first challenge in the ship is can I actually land? It's not a good place to land, is it? Don't think I can land here. Not on a ship this big. It's not going to work. We need to find a spot where we can actually land. That's going to be the best way to approach. Maybe it's a landing spot over here. This is quite good terrain. I need to be able to get this ship down somewhere near the hill. There's the hill, but where can I land? Can I get it down here? The ship's too big. Where can I land? It's not a good place for landing, is it? It's going to be a long drive to get back up to the top. That's the only problem. And I've only got like about 20 minutes to do it. There must be somewhere. That looks down there. That looks reasonably flat. I don't want to go too far away because it's going to be hard to get back up there. Protomaniacs is over here. Where's Protomaniacs? Ah, Protomaniacs has found somewhere to land. Okay, cool. Let's see if I can sit down over there. Finding a parking spot is the hard. Oh yeah, you're right. It did flicker briefly blue there for a moment. Hang on, I'm just trying to think how far away is the hill that we want to climb. It's quite a long way off there. Is that the one we were going to climb over there? I think it is, isn't it? It's miles away. That's the only problem. Anyway, well, we'll have a go. Let's see if we can get down. I think we're going to drive the mountain that we want to drive. Yeah. Oh, it's insanely sensitive. Oh, I just scraped the undercarriage there. I'll find it now. Got to be able to land on the Protomaniac's ship either. That bit over there looks quite flat to me. Let me try over there. What is this? See, it's just not allowing me to land. Maybe the other side, yeah, okay. Yeah, I can't get down. I can't. That was a good suggestion, Protomaniacs, but I can't get down. Let's go back over here. Maybe it's flatter at the bottom. That's what we want to have a go at climbing. Need something down there, but I don't think we're going to manage that, are we? That doesn't look like it can land anywhere in that lot. Is there anything around the back side of this? See, I find something interesting. Hang on a minute, that doesn't look too bad over there. Back here. Oh, it's flickering. It's flickering. Yeah. Ooh. Yes, we're down. Right, out with the scorpion. Deploy the scorpion. Yeah, Protomaniacs, that was good. Right, we're gonna have to move fast now. Fast and dangerous. Fast. The fast and the furious, or the fast and the slightly upset. Right, where is there? Ah, see, the mountain we want to climb is now miles and miles and miles away. Let's give it a go. What's the best route? It's quite hard work. The game fails to understand. So I want to get up there. It's quite dark. So the problem with this game is it's such a long way, isn't it? Even we're driving. And this is not easy terrain already. From what I remember, I want to go back this way a little bit. It is doable. Could somebody give me a pity back? I suppose that's a possibility as well. I'm pretty sure that is the correct spike. Heading in the right direction. My ship will presumably disappear in a minute because it's quite hard to see. Because I'm now flying at travel speed. What speed am I doing? 11 meters per second. Yeah, that's 1 point. So Commander Protomaniac is up near the peak. I'm assuming that's like a kilometre away. It's not too far, but this isn't good terrain. I don't want to go too fast because I don't want to damage this SRV too much. But we are making progress now. Okay, so which way am I going to go? Am I going to go straight up this peak? I think I am, because that looks like the cleanest way to get up. Let's do this. Maximum power. like a little ant. Oh, we can put it right. There we go. That's good. Right. So now where are we? Okay. So I've got to go down and up. This is okay because it looks. Whoa. Okay. Pop a vertigo moment there. Now full power. Climb. Not too fast because otherwise we're going to lose control. But okay. So that's good. Right, I'm now. I've got to be careful now because I'm now climbing along the ridge. This is probably not the safest way to do this, but it's working. Maniacs is on top of the world, looking down on creation, and it's the only explanation I can find. The love that we found ever since you've been around just keeps me at the top of the world. Right, I'm sort of approaching along the ridge here, which feels dangerous, but is actually working. I think we're going to do this, and without. Well, he says this is cursing the gods, isn't it? Right, this is the next. Uh-oh. Okay, right. This is the next highest peak. This isn't the peak. Whoa. Okay, now I'm actually poised at the top. What's the next way? No. I think I've grounded my shit. I think I've grounded it. What's happened? External camera. Yes, I've... My rollover angle is no good. I'm going to have to boost. There we go. Ooh, no, that didn't work. Right, I think I've just literally fallen off the edge. That is crazy steep. Right, we're going to have to try and go down. Then gently roll it round. That's it. Clunk. Up here. Push, push, push. I quite like these mountaineering challenges. Right, we're at the top of this peak, then it's down again. Just gently tip her over the edge. Yay! That's it. Right. There we go. Look, I can see other guys climbing. This is good. We're all going for the top. Alright, can you get up there? Okay, so those guys are going off that steep bit there. Look like they look they're a bit stuck. Excellent. Well done, guys. You do well. Those look insanely steep. Right, I'm just going to go for it. Excellent power. Here we go. Right. Go. Power, 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 power. Yes. 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 To the top. Am I at the peak? I think I am. I think I've done it. Yeah. Power. Yes. Handbrake on. Oh, that's not the handbrake. That's the turret. That's the handbrake. Am I there? Yes. I did it. I'm not quite at the top. I need to go. Need to go forward a bit. Come on, grip. That's it. Come on, you can do it. Got a bit of wheel spin. Come on. Up. Come on. No. Good, just fell off. Try to get to the top. Brakes are on. Right. Handbrake is off. I'm in reverse, that's why. That's not going to be helping. Right, let's try that again, because I got very close. Power! Switch to engines. Everything else in the shields. Yeah, it needs locking diffs. That's what it needs. There we go, that's definitely it. Handbrake on. Yes! I'm there! I'm at the top! Free camera. There we go. Yeah. Does that count as the top? I think that counts as the top. There's a little... It evens out just the tiniest bit. There we go. That is definitely the top. Excellent. Oh, and someone's come to visit me. Who's that? Free camera. There we go. Yay! Definitely, that's definitely the top. Whee! How do I get round the side of this? There's a way. No, it's not that one. How do I... No, how do I move? Oh, there we go. How close am I to the actual top? There we go. I am literally parked on the top there, pretty much. That's pretty quite cool. Alice keeps getting in the wrong instance. No. Right, time is. So I've got like about 10 minutes to get back down again safely and back to the ship. So has my ship despawned itself? I've got to get down from here safely. That's going to be the trick. So I'm going to handbrake is off. I'm going to go into reverse very gently. I hope I don't fall off. Handbrake is on. Handbrake works. A little bit forward power. Lift the clutch. We want to go down in a controlled way. That's our plan. Okay, I'm going to go straight down the side here. See if I can keep it under control. Look at this. Control is good. We have control. When does the carry leave? I don't know actually. When does the carry leave? If I call the ship, it might land on the other side. That's very true actually. Let's get off this mountain. So the Scorpion is very, very good at climbing mountains. I have to say it is very good at doing things like that. I've done it without almost any damage to my ship, which is genuinely quite impressive for me. Let's go this way. But like you say, I think it was there was some more flat terrain over this way, and it's definitely easier to drive this side. Well, it was. Ooh, some nice fireworks going on over there. Popshot didn't make it in his SRV, but he managed to walk to the top. I should have jumped out, shouldn't I? I keep forgetting to do that. But then my luck, I'd fall off. Right, so... Whee! Those fireworks do look good, don't they? Right, there are some flatter areas here. In fact, I'm in a flat sort of spot now, so that's quite good. Let's see if I can recall the ship back. Let's see where it actually ends up. So there's quite a nice ridge down there. Where actually is my ship? Has my ship even returned? Cannot recall, ship is departing. Okay, okay, well I want it to. appear over here. Oh, you're on my ship. What are you doing on my ship? Oh, I'm gonna... This is a flattish area over here. Flatter anyway. It's not a great place for a ship to land. There's one of you parked on top of my ship. I was wondering why it's just taken off. Right, let me see if I can recall my ship. Right, there's recall. It recalled. The Milky Way looks amazing. Yeah, it does actually, you're quite right. Fireworks. I do like the fireworks, they're pretty cool. I've been just enjoying the fireworks show. Let's go into the turret. There we go. Oh look, there's my ship. Appears to be attempting to land over there, so is it going to get itself down? Commander Artemis. These landscapes always remind me, and these landscapes are, of course, because of the magic of procedural generation, totally and utterly unique to this moon in this part of the galaxy. We will never see this surface ever again, my friends, almost certainly. And the funny thing about this is that's actually true, but of course it's totally unremarkable in its uniqueness. I remember my dad did something like that to me. He said, well, when I was a kid, he said, do you want to see something that nobody has seen before and nobody will ever see again? And me being my young, naive self, thought this was going to be something incredibly exciting. Basically, he got me an apple, cut it in half, and went, there you go. Yeah. You can see where I got it from, right? Yeah. Oh, an apple. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Right, I've got to get into the shadow of this thing here to try and get my SRV back on board, which is not the easiest thing to do. Board. Yes, we are. It is. I mean, it's the Solstice project goes. That's so fucking deep. It is. Actually. When you think about it, it's true, isn't it? It is. One thing I'll say about my dad is he could mislead with the best, but he never actually lied. Would you like to see something that nobody has ever seen before and nobody will ever see again? He wasn't wrong, was he? He wasn't wrong. All right, let's get back out of here. We'll just give a little fly past the mountain that we climbed. We did climb. Where is it? There it is. There. Look at that. See, I was up there a moment ago. That peak. Look at that. Very cool indeed. So, well, I mean, that was a reasonably interesting. Well, I mean, assuming the one who picked it up from the tree never. No, I suppose he was talking about specifically the inside of the apple. He wasn't talking about that actually. It was the interior of the apple, because of course you can't see the interior of the apple until you cut it in half. Okay, so yeah, it does remind me also of the time that my son, who I think was about 12 or 13 at the time, probably more than 10 years ago now, once came home from school and said, Dad, I need a philosophical question for school. And I was like, Okay, as parents, you sort of dread these moments because they're like, right, Dad, perform on the spot now, and do something cool. It's like, well, the best time, the best I could come up with at such short notice was, does the light bulb in the fridge go off when you close the door? Now, of course, in my era, that remained a philosophical question because, of course, there was no way to check whether or not the light in the refrigerator went off when you close the door, because of course you close the door, you can't see inside the fridge, so you suspect that the light has gone off inside the fridge when you close the door. But of course, back in the 70s and the 80s, there was no way to actually check that. So it became one of those sort of Schrodinger's lights. Is that it's possibly off, but by opening the fridge door, of course, you validate the conditions and the light comes back on, so you don't know. Therefore, if the light was off when the fridge door was closed, because of course by opening the fridge door you switch the light back on. So it's one that, in my head that was a philosophical question, right? However, my son, being 13 and smart, basically went and he got his smartphone, switched the camera on, stuck it in the fridge, closed the door, waited 5 seconds, opened the door, pressed stop on the video mode, reviewed the footage and went, yes, it does. And so that I was unable to provide him with a suitable philosophical question as a result of that, and I've obviously been a major disappointment to him ever since. So yeah, some questions have been answered, my friends. There is, philosophy is richer and less ambiguous than it was when I was a lad, because key questions about the nature of the universe have in fact been answered. He is clever. Yeah, actually, both my sons are very clever. So I've been great admiration for their mental faculties. I don't know where they got it from. It certainly isn't me. It must be my wife by process of elimination, which is grossly unfair because my wife is both youthful and pretty and smart. So I'm the lucky one, I suppose, whereas everyone else has cashed out. I'm not sure what I've contributed to my family, but it's not good looks, charm, and brain, that's for sure. Hopefully, somewhat along the line, I've added something of vague substance to the situation. Right, well, we need to find this fleet carrier. Where is it? There it is. There, the daddy of all ganks. Now that strikes me as a rebuy express delivery. I do like some names of fleet carriers. We've actually done surprisingly well this evening. Actually, I think. Given that normally something goes very disastrously wrong, hardly had any damage to the what I am quite interested to know, actually, I'm going to try this, is let's fly along the edge of the neutron thingamajig until we're past it, if that makes sense. There we go. What I want to do is I want to kind of fly into the neutron thing from the other end. Nobody died, I know, it's insanely disappointing, isn't it? I want to kind of, where does the actual neutron influence start? I'm going to sort of try and line up with it like that. Now we're now at the end of the funnel, aren't we? It's only 3 light seconds long. Let's see what happens as I try and fly into the neutron star from this direction. I can see the sort of spinniness. I'm lined edge on with it now. What happens if we fly into it from this end? I've tried this before. Okay, we're in it. I can't keep it on target. Stay on target, I can't. It's now. Okay, now it's supercharged. But it can't. Does it? Okay, if I hang around in here, does it? Will it continue to damage my? Oh, it's chucked me out of the cone. Oh, I can't stay on target. That's impossible.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety
Okay, but what beyond what safety limits? Can I bust something by doing this?
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
It just sort of chucks you around after a while. It's like surfing, this is. Oh, some modules may take a hit. Might be. I'm still moving forward, I am, aren't I? Let's just dive into the stream a bit more.
Warning, frameshift drive
Right, throttle to 0.
beyond safety
Oh,
limits.
we're definitely in it now. Throttle is 0. We're actually getting hit by the stream, aren't we? That's quite cool. It is.
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
Well, keep it on target. It's still chucking me about. That's quite good actually. It's quite good. It's quite a good effect. This would be a very, very unsafe thing to be doing in real life. Whatever elite dangerous shields are made of, they're pretty tough, aren't they, in certain circumstances? Because this, you would have thought, would be like way more intense than any conceivable human weapon could possibly be. I mean, this thing should really be one-shotting me, shouldn't it? And yet here I can sit in the beam of insane radiation from a neutron star, and my shields are absolutely fine. They're completely taking it. Whereas, you know, I get attacked by a little dinky spaceship with some laser beams, and no, my shields are dead. It seems like I can sit there with it's warning me, but it's no actual damage happens, which is cool. Yeah, it's plot armor, of course, is what it is. Shut down your shield. Do you think? Yeah, I mean, actually, that's a good point. Has anyone tried that? Going into a neutron star with your shields off. Is my FSD getting battered? Is it? So, have I got any damage? I've got 1% damage after doing that. I think the Caspian is immune from neutron damage. Okay, so that's a good point. Yeah, most explorers, you're quite right. Most explorers do run without shields. I only have shields because I'm crap at landing. Okay, so first time chat says TT Vice Crispy says this is the glass will break on the ship with shields after just the glass break. So this is sort of the cosmic equivalent of getting hit by a piece of gravel on the motorway. Might be near immune. Okay, well let's for science. Let's try it. I am going to switch off the shields just because I'm stupid. Shield generator offline. Here we go, my friends. For science. Shields are offline. We're going to do some science. Cyberdami says, I have dipped into a neutron stream with my dad at 0 health. Seems a sharp thing to do to your dad. Hey, Dad! Come across here. I'm going to chuck you into a neutron stream. Oh, okay, son. If you must. Seems pretty harsh, Cyberdami. I won't report you, because each to their own. If that's what's normal for your family, then that's all good. Right, I'm approaching the cone. Here we go. Let's see what happens to my ship with no shields. Here we go. Boom! We're definitely getting hit. Where's the actual neutron star? I'll turn around and see it. We are immune. So whatever the hull of the ship is made of, it's obviously unobtainium. I can't turn around. I've got no control of the ship at all. I can't control them. It doesn't respond to the helm at all in here. It's just random.
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
What happens if I come out of frameshift drive at this point? Is that even more stupid? Let's try that. Okay, we're going too fast for a safe drop, but let's try it anyway.
Operating beyond safety limits.
Hazardous environment, catastrophic systems failure. Overload. Oh, this isn't good.
Warning, hull breach attack. Taking internal damage.
Okay, so don't come out in real space is basically the answer here. This might have been a mistake. Oh no! There is actually something bad happening. Okay, this is good. Try the line on Super Cruise. Yeah, I can't because my FSD is still cooping down. Okay, so there's actual danger here if you are as stupid as I was and did this. Right, let's get out of here.
Module malfunction.
Nope.
Frameshift drive charged.
Here we go. Is it charging? Oh, canopy breach now. This isn't good. Oh no.
Pressure alert. Eject.
Oh no! Okay, well then some science has been done. Don't do that is basically what I suggest. I told you it was too early to die on stream. Oh, there, Drew Crew. From myself and June aboard the narrowboat, hole in the water. My poor limpets. Yeah, they all died. I'm going to rebuy my ship. There we go. Redeploy. Where's it going to redeploy me though? Does it redeploy me on the carrier? There was nothing left. It's all right. I'm just going to reincarnate myself. There we are. I'm back. Okay, well that was interesting. Okay, so there is some mild peril in the Elite Dangerous universe. Here's a top tip that we've discovered tonight. Don't come out of Super Cruise in a neutron star. It's extremely dangerous. Pitstop says so. Dropping from Super Cruise into a neutron beam thing is death. Did not know this. I suppose we could probably have inferred that. It's good to know there is some mild peril. It is Elite, mildly dangerous after all. And rehatted. All is okay. Well, Dragon, that's a good question. Why does it not take damage in Super Cruise? Presumably because the frameshift drive is keeping you some sort of out of sync of real space, which is where the damage is occurring. So I don't know. I mean, yeah. So, but now we know. Okay, don't do what I just did. That's bad. The Casper did take a lot of punishment. Yeah, I mean it was getting kicked about quite hard there. It hung on for quite a while. So yes, but yeah, we'll write that into the regulations. Don't muck about with neutron stars. They are in fact insanely dangerous, which is quite correct. They should be insanely dangerous. I do feel that the neutron star scooping should actually be a little bit more perilous than it actually is. But that's why you have to repair the FST regularly so you don't drop while neutron scoop. You don't want to accidentally drop when that happens to you. That was. So isn't this actually inconsistent? No damage from neutrons. So I don't know how the actual overcharge works in the law. I don't think it's been particularly well explained. Oh, now I've missed my lift. I have to go to the other one. Oh, I can't go to that one either. Okay, so both lists are now curiously occupied. Does the carrier have ship you can buy? No, apparently I don't think it does. So quite how my ship gets reconstructed on the carrier is another one of those questions we're probably not ever going to have an answer to. It's one of those things that's just quite nicely inconsistent in the universe of Elite Dangerous, isn't it? There we go. Never mind. Right, here we are. We've got a nice view out the lounge. Thank you very much for my impending death. But I'm okay, I survived. Come on, the top shots. And Commander Rusev as well. Good to see you. Well, is there anybody else in here? Has anybody else survived? Good. Let's have a quick look at the view. So yeah, there we go. Look, we can actually see the neutron star from the safety of the bar, which is good. So yeah, so that is good. Right, I'm actually gonna end the stream slightly early because I've got a call on Discord to make. So thank you ever so much, everybody, for tagging along for this evening's entertainment and Galnetary amusement and stuff, and everything else. So no, it's been good. It's been good. We continue to have fun. We'll continue on with, of course, the Distant Worlds 3 expedition, and everything else associated with it as well. That's good fun. But yes, lessons learned tonight. Don't mess about with neutron stars. It can be very unforgiving indeed. So all that remains is for me to find, well, you guys suggest the victim. Find me a streamer who is streaming Elite Dangerous but doesn't have very many viewers, and go from there. So Big 39 GT is suggesting Slamscape, which is a cool name. It's just that's Twitch. It's not the right name. Twitch.tv. This is what we do at the end of our. Yeah, I think we've been to Slamscape before, haven't we? Yes, we have. So that's good. I'll keep Slamscape as an option. Who else is being suggested? We have Fly Something. I don't think we've seen them before. I haven't got Fly Something. Doesn't seem to work. Fly underscore something, or is that not a username? Anyway, Cybertime's got to go. See ya. Take care. I will send us across to Slamscape. Let's do that. Send us to one of those bikini channels. Well, yeah, I could, but right, here we go. I'm raiding you, my friends. Be good. Take care. And I will send you across there. Say hello to Slamscape for me, and be good. I will see you hopefully on Monday. If any of you are about on the weekend and fancy popping down to London, then I will see you there. Be good, Royal Commanders. See you next stream.